Hey guys.
Hey.
I guess we don't need the intro. Like I've already done.
Yeah, you did
like some videos for this. So we're playing a little Fallout 76.
Yeah.
So I've been playing this game since launch. Since before launch, actually. I was in BETA, which is different from beta because it's Fallout.
Oh, did they actually use the acronym?
Yes, they actually use the acronym.
Oh no. Did they also?
I'm not sure if it has its own like meaning. I didn't check that, but
Did they have their PREALPHA build before BETA?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
So I really like this game a lot, and I know this game has been getting maligned. So I wanted to show it off to Evan a bit.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Well, I mean,
That's not making the game look very good. So I wanted to make a case for this
connection
game.
issues. I want 50% off.
Like you've never been disconnected playing World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, go on.
So I wanted to make a case to Evan in support of this game, and because this is just how we do things now. Like, you know, why play a game for your friend when you can play a game for your friend and also get a YouTube video out of it?
Mm-hmm.
So I figure we'll just take, you know, like 30 minutes or so and just fuck around in Fallout and just kind of see what there is to see.
Yeah, I want to see how one exists in the rather good-looking wasteland. I was making fun of the load times before the video. Just
I mean, you
get
should.
a snack, come back. We'll, you know.
I mean, you should make fun of them, but like all the Bethesda games have that problem.
I mean, Bethesda.
Yeah.
Is
Like,
a special company.
like people suck Bethesda's dick for Skyrim, and Skyrim is, I would argue, a demonstrably worse game than
Well, that
Fallout
was quicker.
76.
I mean, for me, Bethesda's just the company where I can't play their games without mods.
Yeah, and that did worry me a little bit. So we spawn here in my camp, and I'm already getting attacked by mutants, but it's cool because my turrets are competent enough to handle it.
Okay.
So let me just repair my little station. So here is my little living area. I set up shop here because I got a recipe for I got plans to make water purifiers. So I set up a little water farm here. These things periodically give me water, purified water, which is important. No radiation,
Yeah.
you know, and it actually sells for a decent amount. So here's my front door. I have my little I have my little dudes here, and this is my little man cave. I'm not talented when it comes to decorating, so
Wait, how'd the cow get in the house?
he's a very smart cow.
Okay.
He's my cow too, I guess, because
That cow can't handle those stairs. I want to see him leave.
I built this fertilizer gatherer here, collector, and the cow just came with it. Like it just
You just get a cow.
it just manifested into being. So I'm not sure if I can. I'm not sure if I can like slaughter him for meat if need be, but I am so talented at finding canned food that I never have to bother.
Oh, all right.
You know, like I have 17 cans of dog food right now.
Okay.
I just eat dog food and purified water, and that's how I subsist.
So the last Fallout game I played was Fallout 3, and
You played New Vegas.
okay, yeah, I was lumping them together.
Well, New Vegas is good, and Fallout 3 is not. So you shouldn't just lump them together like that. That's not cool.
Yeah, like so that was the last one I played, and I must say that.
Also, I have this guitar sword.
Ooh,
I don't know.
Hold on, which part is? That's not a sword. It's more like a mace. Like you can just hit them with the spike part.
I'm not sure how this functions, but I like it a lot. So
Yeah, okay. But I must say the wasteland is looking a bit more lush and beautiful than it has in the past.
well, I mean, we can go someplace where it's not. It's just this is this is where the vault was, so it's well taken care of.
Ah, I see.
I mean this area of Appalachia. So there's all the greenery here, but
Right.
up here up here is very radioactive, and over here there's like all kinds of smog and like volcanic activity
And then you've got.
that's somebody launched a nuke over there.
Oh, good.
So I haven't gotten to it yet, but there is somewhere in the game where you can input launch codes to launch a nuke, and the nuke falls and creates a blast zone, and then that area becomes like a super high level area where there's like really strong like mutations, but you get like good loot and stuff.
So now, just for my curiosity, looking at the blast zone, just I don't know, from roughly what I know about nukes, would you say that this is about a 10-mile radius, so we can get a sense of the size of the whole map here?
I've never actually been inside a nuke area, so I don't really know how big.
You know, I mean, if you can walk from the edge to the center in like 30 seconds, it was like a mini nuke.
Well, this is a person, so.
Oh, I see.
I mean, this is quite large compared to a person.
I gotcha. Okay.
So
cool.
I don't know. Anyway,
sorry.
Yeah, let's go find something to do. So there's the we can give it a try. So there are these public events that happen, like in a lot of MMOs right now.
Okay, so we have fast travel.
Yeah, well, we have fast travel, but if you want to travel to anywhere other than your camp or to the Vault 76, it costs caps. And one of the valid criticisms in this game right now is that caps are a little hard to come by.
I mean, as they should be in the Wasteland.
It's not hard in the right way.
Okay, I see.
There are vendors, but vendors have an extremely tiny amount of caps, and those caps can only be distributed amongst the entire population. And I'm not sure when the reset happens, but if you're unlucky, you can go a very long time without being able to sell anything at the vendors for more caps. And because it costs caps to travel places, because your weapons and armor wear down with use, and it costs it effectively costs caps and resources to fix them.
Yeah.
It leads to kind of a bad gameplay loop.
Okay.
So that's something that needs to be addressed.
Because I remember in 3 in New Vegas, the vendors would have a supply of caps. And if you sold them too much stuff, they would just not have any more caps to give you.
Yeah, but those would reset on like a daily basis.
Yeah.
And you're not sharing the world with a million other people.
The guitar sword.
The guitar sword is amazing, and my headcanon is that it says Kabong.
Because of
Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to finish this event. I only have 6 minutes, and I've gotta find all the dumb crap.
Oh, okay.
So
you found dog food again.
I did find dog food. So
is that a Soviet like?
No, it's a China one.
It's the Red Star. Yeah.
They speak in Chinese. They are tiny and adorable, and I used to love them, but after fighting a million of them, they're actually super annoying.
Were there some stairs going up there?
There are, yeah. So since I'm here, I'm looting the place.
Okay.
So the way this event works is you need to run around and find specific amounts of food. So meat flavored soy chunks, dehydrated beef stock,
right?
And it's kind of randomly, haphazardly scattered around. And you also have to be fending off the robots and defending the machinery while you do it.
Okay.
So if you can do that, you move on to the next phase of the event, where you get to where you have to defend the now operational machines from incoming robots and zombies and whatnot. And if you can complete that much, then you complete the quest, and I believe everybody in the world gets some canned soup.
Okay, so you're helping everybody.
Yeah, it's nice. These are the things you're looking for.
And because
these here.
You said there's something like a max of 26 people.
I think roughly.
Because there's such a small amount of people, I'd imagine it feels a little more personal when you get a kind of global gift from people that were doing stuff in your instance.
I feel appreciative. Although I've noticed that a lot of people don't really do the public events. I don't know if that's because people are unaware of the benefits. Because there's some nice rewards for doing so.
I'm sure they are following somebody's guide to building the perfect fortress, and then after they're done with that, they'll forage out into the world, and do the social activities or whatever.
There's a mine right there.
Wow, that exploded pretty big.
Yeah, that's gotten me a few times. There's a little note right here that says "Heads up."
Wait, is that some kind of soapstone effect where people can leave messages?
No. That's. I believe that's just supposed to have been left there by an NPC.
Oh, okay.
And also he put this trap. That same guy.
Well, you could just step over that one.
The doorway is actually too low.
Hmm.
So, I believe, yeah. If you leave it functional and you step over it accidentally, like everybody is going to at one point, then you get a disease.
You get tetanus or whatever?
Some kind of disease.
That power armor looks cool.
That's actually just a skeleton, but I'm taking the core because I need those to keep my own power armor running. So I was popping in here because I was hoping to find a teddy bear. There are these collectible teddy bears you can find.
Okay.
And they haven't made it very... Like, the teddy bears are hard to hold on to because the basic gameplay loop is about finding salvage, turning that salvage into junk, into like usable, like, you know, salvage, like
right.
Adhesive and aluminum and stuff.
Right.
You know, and then using that to fix your stuff and build stuff and things like that. But the teddy bears all count as things as salvage. So when you do your salvage everything in my inventory, you will junk all the teddy bears you have.
Oh,
so you need to find a teddy bear, rush it back to your personal stash. Oh, I haven't discovered this building yet. Rush it back to your personal stash, and then put it in before you do any normal junking. So I've been able to find a few teddy bears.
Oh, I thought you were gonna sneak up on that robo.
I don't feel very sneaky when I'm
yeah
in a big robot suit.
So I was gonna. I mean, you know, tell me if it's something to do or not. But I was gonna say I looked on the map and there were a couple of people nearby. Is it like, can we maybe demonstrate some of the things you do with other people, or is that not a thing that happens too often?
It's not really a thing that happens because there's no like chat. There's voice chat.
Oh, I got.
But because of that, people tend to be a little insular.
Right.
I'm also not especially outgoing myself.
Yeah.
So you know, fuck those people.
Okay.
So in the interest of making shit happen, let's go all the way down here, which is a very long trip. And I probably should have stopped off at my place just to reduce the distance I have to travel a bit.
You're in the irradiation zone now? It's very green on this loading screen.
No, I mean, the loading screen doesn't reflect. This is actually Charleston, which is a bit north of the place.
Okay.
And Charleston has no candy, which is very, very sad. But I really like this place I'm going to, ambiance-wise.
All right.
So we're going to the town of Welch, which... There's a lot of... One of the things that's really nice about this game is there's a lot of environmental storytelling, a la Dark Souls.
Okay.
Because there aren't many like NPCs, like actual NPCs in the game.
Now this looks like the wasteland I know and love.
Yeah. So this whole mountain is like super like polluted. There's tons of smog. There's tons of this like of evidence of volcanic activity.
Okay.
So when you're coming down here, you know, you're coming in, you're strolling into town, you know. You're very happy that there's a workbench, and more importantly, you're very happy that there is. Give me 1 second. That there is a banjo.
Okay. So is this you can just chill and play the banjo? I like
yeah, and if you do it long enough, you get a stat buff.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure how long it takes. I've never actually sat through enough of a song to get the buff. But
what kind of a buff can you get?
I'm not sure. Like I know when you sleep long enough, you get the well rested buff, and I believe that gives you like bonuses to the experience you earn. But I've done this for a little bit, and I haven't got. Oh, there it is. I got well tuned.
Ah, neat.
What does it actually do? So well, I didn't. It doesn't look like it actually gives you a buff. I think it's just a joke.
Oh no!
One of the game's messages told me like, "Hey, if you play the thing, you get a buff." But I guess
maybe it's not on you. Maybe it's a hidden one.
Yeah, maybe they were funning with me. But I'm well tuned now, so that's
all right.
That's important.
Well, I mean, your power armor would work better. It's probably tuned up.
Possibly. And hang on, I got to drink some water.
All your devices are tuned. Maybe a little over-tuned.
Let's eat a little funnel cake. All right, yeah. So you gotta disarm this.
Oh, that's an alarm.
Yeah. But now I have tin cans.
Well, who's gonna come out? Whose house is there? Somebody in here?
Not here, but I mean you'll see.
Okay.
So there's usually like signs and stuff over here. There we go. So you start finding stuff like here's a striking sign right here.
Jobs today or blood tomorrow.
Yeah. So I mean, like, you know, clearly there's not everything was a-okay in this town.
Yeah.
And we can see from the rooftops here that there's some very shady individuals
Oh,
So-
wait. Are they in ghillie suits? What the hell is that?
Well,
Mole miner?
let's say hi.
Oh, we didn't. We could have talked.
They're red.
Red. Okay.
And better dead than red, right?
Ah.
That's the VATS, by the way.
Oh, okay. And VATS can't pause because you're in a world with too many people. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So normally when I do this, I piss people off and I start getting rushed. But they're sniping at me from a distance with their shotguns, I believe. Which should not work, and do not work nearly as well for you when you try it. But yeah, enemies don't seem to be bothered by things like distance.
Yeah.
Which is kind of annoying.
Well, that's more or less how shotguns work in real life. Maybe not from that distance, but oh god.
Guitar sword, bitch. Ah, come on!
But there's the sort of video game misconception that shotguns only work to about 5 feet.
Well, that's how they work in Fallout.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's absolutely not true IRL.
Yeah, but
like you'll get pieced like.
I'm just saying that their shotguns should follow the same rules
The
as my
Fallout
shotguns.
rules, yeah.
Exactly. And
Wait, why is one of them glowing? Is he radioactive?
yeah, he's one of their leaders.
I can't tell how healthy your power armor is. Where are we looking at life?
The bottom left is my health gauge.
Oh, there it is. It's a fuel gauge. That's cute.
So I should pop a stim.
The stem boosts the power armor health.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
because the armor is just protecting me from being hit. But I mean, their attacks still get. I've gotten diseased through my power armor.
Sure.
I got diseased by a diseased robot.
There's a disease.
Yes, how does that even work?
It just is designed to administer syringes. Of
There's the
disease.
asshole who's been plinking me at a distance the whole time.
You gotta focus one at a time.
I'm trying, but
You're
there's
just
so.
evenly bringing them down. Yeah, that one's almost dead.
And I'm trying to do the dance a little bit,
Yeah.
and also not get picked off by the fucker who stands in the back with a shotgun, because that's just free damage they're getting.
Yeah.
And there.
Alright, take him out. Nice.
So this is a thing where I believe enemies literally will spawn on you in combat.
Really?
Because this group has been getting steadily bigger, as I've been playing. I have actually seen, a group of super mutants spawn on top of me.
Okay, I assumed they were just running in from places while you were fighting.
I thought so. And I mean, it's better disguised in some places, but, yeah, last night I actually did. I was sitting in cover fighting a group of super mutants, and a group of mutants just appeared on top of me.
God, this melee was, so chunky.
Who's still shooting me? I just took a hit from
I
something.
haven't seen game combat go like that in a while. Where you just stand there brawling
There
and
he is.
brawling and brawling.
Alright, I
Wait,
can't
did you
get...
hit him?
No, I'm way too far off. So now I take all of their shit that I can carry at least.
Oh, he's got missiles. And a missile launcher.
Yeah.
What? You can take out that guy on the roof with a missile launcher.
I can, and I will try that. I won't keep it because the missile launcher is too big.
Oh, it's too encumbering or whatever?
Yeah, it's extremely heavy. I think it weighs 20 pounds or something. Suck it.
What? You just took a missile. One more.
And there's a guy right behind me.
Alright, get that guy. So he's dead. Whoa, that one's on fire though.
Because he's standing in the fire.
Well, luckily, you are a fireman.
I am. I fight fires.
This is how you do it. That
See, because-
kickback is crazy on that gun.
Because bullets put out fires, you see.
I already don't like that gun just from watching you use it because the recoil is so crazy on it.
But revolvers are cool. And it's a single action army. It has exactly half the number of bullets you need to kill anything alive.
I know, right? Man, when I was getting my exposed firearm permit, the teacher, he said, okay, so you guys can either qualify with a semi-automatic. And we were like, yeah, okay. Or a revolver. And everyone just burst out laughing.
Why were they laughing?
Because revolvers suck.
Revolvers are cool. Fuck you. I think they're cool. Like, whenever I play a Fallout game, I always like go for a revolver build.
Like, I don't ever want to have.
I'm gonna keep using this revolver just to spite you.
Okay, we use a little thing called magazines nowadays. I don't want to have to flip that shit out. Bullet, 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 bullet.
Look, cylinders have style, okay?
Yeah.
And Grenadier showed us that if you are sufficiently boobed, you can just store your bullets in your cleavage.
I will admit that I do like the six loader. I forget what you call that.
Oh, when you just the thing you just like shove in.
The thing that has bullets and you just plop it into your cylinder. But
yeah.
like, I don't want to buy that or have to deal with that.
Well, style over substance.
Yeah.
So we find another protest sign here that says, "Give us our jobs back, or we'll take yours."
Who's working? What do you work at here?
At the town.
Is it? I was gonna say, is it a mine? But it's smoking and it seems to be on fire.
Well, there are. I mean, not in the town specifically, but there are.
What the hell was that?
There are mines. Oh, so these are like people who were like fucked up by the. I guess they were exposed to the radiation.
And they just froze like that?
Well, some of them turned into scorched, which are zombies. But these guys, if anything touches them, like just hitting the search
they just
button,
fade away.
yes, and they leave behind radiation. So these are essentially like living hazards you need to try and avoid normally. But
I see.
I've got my suit on, so that protects me from the radiation.
Okay, the suit is like is hazard.
Well, it's power armor.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that's another give us our jobs back sign. And where's the thing I'm looking for? They're usually like around here somewhere.
So we're all insular in this world, and there's only voice chat, and we're not going to do it for the video. But let's say I come across a person and I get on my voice chat and I go, "Hey, friend, how's it hanging today? Like, what is an activity we would do together for our mutual benefit?" Hypothetically.
Well, you would either. I mean, if you're high enough to do the nuke zones, and people like to do that, but when you're leveling,
it's like a raid or whatever.
Yeah, but when you're leveling up, you just you play the game. You say like, let's go see what's over here, or let's go scavenge some resources, or you say let's go do these public events, or
and when
let's
if
do.
You have a quest that says bring me back 20 Deathclaw butts, you guys can go kill the Deathclaws together. Or something.
Yeah, but the quests are usually better than that. See, look at me using my expert gunplay. Wait! I said wait. I said wait. Can't you see me? Can't you see me loading here? Hang on.
Yeah,
Okay.
You got it.
Okay.
You got it. All right. You're right. That was stylish as fuck.
Right?
I like the fact that you have to spin it every time.
This is actually the worst one I've come across. I've been using revolvers ever since I could get one. I first got one. Yeah. And the other revolvers reload a lot faster.
So do you aim at different parts in the VATS? Because you're not pausing. What is the VATS for?
There is a VATS that lets you aim at. There's a perk you can get that lets you pick at the body parts. I don't have that perk though.
So right now, if you just go into the VATS, then you can pre-shoot all your bullets, and when you let it go, your character will just auto-fire? Or?
No. VATS just turns your aiming into a dice roll as opposed to you having to manually aim.
Oh, that's not bad. So for people that don't play FPSs, they have a way to do combat.
Yeah, but it's not super handy because it still runs off your action points, which also go down when you fire normally.
Oh, I see.
So I always kind of feel like I run out of action point. Like I pretty much just use it when I'm using a weapon that's really hard to aim with, like say a crossbow.
All right. I kind of thought because it seemed like maybe it would be an accessibility point for non-FPS people.
It is. It's just the action point thing is actually like pretty limiting. I think that might have been an oversight. So I'm hoping they address that in the future. But god damn it! Normally this place is littered with strike breaking robots. Oh, what's that?
It's a what?
I've never seen one of those before.
Yeah, what the hell?
That means we need to study it by shooting it.
We need to research it. We need to study it, Monster Hunter. Oh god.
Oh god.
They're giant like crawfish. Those look delicious, actually. Have you had crawfish?
I have not. No, I don't.
They're good.
I don't normally eat fish, and I appear to be stuck on terrain here.
Yeah, what the hell? You're in the field.
Yeah, he knocked me into the fence. All right, I got to use my heavy weapons.
Oh, you got a spike hammer. Well, that guy can take a hit.
Yeah, he can. There we go. I was trying to get the rhythm to parry him.
Nice. There you go. I was gonna ask you if you have a block.
Yeah, I do have a block. It's just he was hitting me like now his buddy traded off. They were smart about that.
Oh.
Yeah, if I didn't have my power armor, I'd be dead as fuck at this point. Kind of wishing I hadn't thrown away that missile launcher.
Oh, did you immediately toss it?
Oh, it's so heavy.
Are you like poisoned or something? Your vision's a little.
I think they hit me in the head.
Oh, is that a thing that happens?
Yeah.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah, my hammer here is really good at doing limb damage, so sometimes when I'm fighting super mutants, they go, "Oh, my arm!" And then like their
cool.
arms stop working. It's pretty good. It's pretty great.
Just keep focusing on the one.
I'm trying, but they're smart, and the wounded one keeps like backing off and trying to flank me.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I have all the stim packs in the world.
Speaking of FPS, I actually downloaded. I haven't played OS in a while, which it's spelled OSU. It's a rhythm game.
Oh, okay. I was like, Gesundheit?
Yeah, but
all right, he's dead.
You know, OSU for the Americans. But yeah, it's a rhythm game where.
Oh, is that the series that was used to make Elite Beat Agents?
Yeah, it's the same type of game.
Yeah, but like they made Elite Beat specifically because OS was like too Japanese.
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, and so I've been doing that.
This fucker keeps spamming his heavy attacks
in order to help my aim in FPSs because people said. You know, you have to move your mouse very precisely and click on specific parts of the screen and move it around a lot. And I thought, yeah, I can practice my aim and listen to cool music at the same time.
Whew, okay, that was harrowing.
All right.
But I got an arm from a raider that he presumably ate.
So they're big shrimp. Look, they're big like lobsters or shrimp.
Yeah, they're right. Or you're right. Yeah. And he dropped a really nice gun that I already have several copies of this exact configuration.
Wait, but that one has a bayonetta. A bayonet.
The one I have also has a bayonet.
Oh, does it? I didn't see that you had one. Okay.
Although, I do want to take it because one of the design choices I don't really agree with for this game is that to get new mods, you need to take apart other guns of the same type.
Okay.
So you get like pump shotgun mods by taking apart a lot of pump shotguns.
Oh, I see.
But
fight another one of
those mods do not necessarily those mods do not carry over as far as I'm aware.
Wait, hang on. Before you commit to a battle with this guy, I was gonna say, can we show off like a very cool thing to end the video here, just to sell people on the fact that the game isn't as bad as everyone says? Like, what's something impressive we can look at? Or we could just fight another shrimp.
I'm not really sure if there's anything like super impressive I can do, like, off the bat. Actually, you know what? I mean, I don't know. I think you would probably like this.
Okay, let's see.
So just where is? Here, it's over here.
Cemetery.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, I wanted to show off the environmental storytelling of the game.
Okay, cool.
And I liked that town because normally. They were all gone this time for some reason, but normally you find all those signs cluing you in that there was protest going on somewhere, and you find a bunch of strikebreaker robots hanging out in the town.
Oh,
so
okay.
you can put it together that the town was industrializing, was doing automation, which was driving the miners out of work, and they were deploying the robots. They deployed some very powerful robots to suppress the workers. So like. Stuff like that just tells you there's lots of nice little stories contained in the world.
Yeah.
And it's one of the reasons I enjoy this so much. Like, you just pick a place to go and you find cool stuff. So
I really like I like just having a big sandbox and having it all be really nice and just deciding I'd like to see what's over here today. So.
And that is this entire game. It's I wonder what's over there.
Okay.
So I came across this church over here.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. And I just want you to see, because I think this is it's a little heavy-handed, but I think it's one of the examples of their occupants here.
There are some dobes.
Oh, I got both of them with one shot.
Nice.
I'm amazing.
Piercing railroad spike.
So let's just look around and you just tell me what you see.
Well, I saw the big creepy tree man on the wall.
Yeah, right. And then
with a goat head with a skeleton.
Yeah, and then what else are we seeing here?
Oh, dude, that's cool. Wait, that one's got clothes on.
Tell me your thoughts, Evan. What are you thinking we're seeing here?
Huh. Well, I mean, does somebody tend to this place, or did somebody? My first thought is, how long has this been like this?
Hundreds of years.
Okay, because I was gonna say, did these people sit here and then die, or did somebody put these bodies here?
Well, let's explore a bit more. So, do you notice there's a lot of something?
There's a lot of cups. They have cups and
bottles. Right. Look at all these drinking glasses they have, and what's this here?
What? They drank the Kool-Aid.
And look, there's some more right there.
Oh, what? That's cool. So, it was a let's. The alien ship is coming. Call.
Yeah, exactly. and see that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, and that's their dude.
Presumably, yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
So
is there a back room? Wait, can we go in there?
I believe it's more the same kind of stuff. There's more cups. There's more poison. There's another one of those idols up here.
Oh wow, look at that.
There's a weird.
Oh, and they were all
ritualistic sacrifice here. There's a fan which I need.
You know, and this is great that this is just here. With no explanation. Yeah. This is artistic.
And that's why, because there are several places in the game where you just find an audio tape or a couple of audio tapes, and they tell you the story.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's a lot more value in something like this, where this little story affects nothing outside these four walls, but you get
the fact that it's here is amazing.
Yeah, and you get a nice little you get a nice little indicator of just how bad life was for these people, following the apocalypse.
And you know what it makes me, and I don't know if it's possible because I don't play the game, but I would say, maybe not a primary residence because there doesn't seem to be a lot of resources, but I would like to, if I found this, make a base here. You
could
establish some presence here and just use the building as for whatever I can use it for, put my little turrets around it, what I mean is, if there's cool places like that in the world that are just cool for cool's sake, one fun thing to do would be go around and I would want to claim them for my, I'd be like, this is my territory.
Well, the one minor problem, and I really feel like I really wish they had, either not done this or just made it a bit cleaner, is you cannot put down your camp in an actual location.
Oh, really?
So, for example, if it's a point on the map, you cannot put down your camp there.
So the best we could do is get far away enough,
yeah,
where it's no longer recognized as that area.
Yeah, the church is not the map point, so I think you might be able to get closer to the church than most places. But yeah, if you're if there is a town, you cannot put down your camp in the town, or in the there's a limit. There's a town limit.
There's an area that designates the town.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got to be outside the invisible wall.
Yeah, there's a little radial area which all counts as town.
Yeah, I guess.
So that keeps you from putting up roots in a place with easily. I guess easily abusable resources. I can't.
I was gonna say it's so you can't lay claim to resources that are too plentiful.
Yeah.
In order to keep this sort of survival aspect going.
Yeah. Theoretically, I mean, I can't think of any places where it would be more beneficial to set up in there over any others. I just want to show you one more place really quick before we call it a video. But yeah, you might be able to get pretty close. So that's why I set up at the creek, because it's a plentiful source of water for me. Yeah. There's usually a log I can harvest for.
And I'm sure that there's a certain players with their other player camps must have a certain radius where you can't build.
They do, yeah.
Within 50 meters of their main hub building or whatever.
They do, exactly.
Okay.
So this little home over here, I mean, it's not really a story per se. It's just a bit of character. It's just a weird little bit of character you find out in the wilderness. But I like it also because it's profitable in a weird way. So we have this little home here.
Okay, look at that. Wait, what is that? Mr. Pebbles.
Yeah, Mr. Pebbles.
Mr. Pebbles is adorable.
Mr. Pebbles is the first cat in space. You see.
I love him.
Yeah, and so this thing hasn't respawned like all day. Normally, when you come in here, I mean, you see like the giant cat poster, and
there's a picture of a farmhouse.
You see like all these cats in the wall,
kitties,
and you see a few like cat bowls that are littered around. Normally, I don't know why it's not respawning, but normally there is a shitload of cat bowls.
Oh,
like all just scattered around here.
Somebody must have taken them all.
Well, I took them all last time, but that was like a day ago, and I haven't seen any bowls respawn since then.
I guess somebody was just here.
Maybe like it's a great place to come and farm plastic because that's the bowls bring anyway. But yeah, it's a cat lady's house. Like look, she's got a crib where presumably the cat she'd put the cats. So
that's cool.
This is kind of like the other end of the spectrum. Like this is not storytelling per se. It's just like
it's just points of interest.
Yeah, you can you can infer a very like this was not a randomly placed habitat. Like somebody actually built this home.
Yeah, for cats.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like a developer built this home to tell you, like a cat lady lived here who really liked cats, and here's a bunch of cats. Like I just think it's a neat.
That is cool.
Bit of direction for the game. So
does that mirror work? Are they Duke Nukem mirrors?
They're Duke Nukem mirrors.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, they. I mean, I'd probably get spooked if I randomly saw like a power armor head. So it's probably for the best. Yeah. So that was Fallout 76. Okay. I seriously doubt people want to see any more of this, but I just wanted to show off a little bit of what this game is and why I like it.
I mean, first impressions of someone who hasn't played it. It's a fine sandbox, and it seems to be. I mean, it's a fine sandbox, as all Bethesda games are, but it seems to be a more functional and less glitchy sandbox than I've seen from Bethesda. So,
well, and also
I'm not complaining.
This is the launch date, so they're going to be adding more stuff to it. But I mean, like I've got all these quests to do. Yeah. It's just fun to go and explore, and you have weird adventures, like when I came across a Deathclaw fighting a Rad Scorpion, and I decided to help the Rad Scorpion take down the Deathclaw.
Yeah.
And we took it down, and then I was wanted to high-five him, but he stabbed me with his stinger, so I had to kill him too.
Aww.
Or because the enemies are coded to fight each other sometimes, I came across, and because they only use the weapons they have equipped, I came across a mole man, one of the glowing ones, fighting a bloatfly with his rocket launcher. So he just kept shooting.
He was just missing.
Yeah, he kept shooting the guy point blank with his rocket launcher and missing. It was the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. And then he saw me, and they both teamed up on me. But
anyway, it seems like a fun sandbox where you can just make your own fun, and
pretty much, yeah.
It's it's probably not the best, but it's not terrible.
Yep.
Serviceable.
Yeah, it's a great game. So all right then, we'll see you guys in whatever we do next.
Next time.